Hey guys, B-Tier Plumbing here, and today I am here with my 2008 Jacuzzi Espree toilet, spelled E-S-P-R-E-E. I actually didn't even know these things existed. I think I found like one video of one on YouTube, and that's how I was able to identify it, because someone had actually put the name of it in the comments, and I looked it up, and it turns out this is an Espree. So glad I figured that part out. You can see the logo is pretty much completely gone. You can read the Jacuzzi part, but this is a 1.28 gallons per flush toilet. Except I have the water, well actually, it didn't even have a fill valve in here. I put one in here and it ended up just filling up to the top of that, which is fine. But this is also a Project Source Pro Flush Flapper because it didn't actually have any tank parts in it other than a handle. And that was pretty much it. So I had to put all these parts in here except for that handle. I got this toilet along with that Cimarron and that one over there. This toilet is very ugly in my opinion. And it is a pain to set up because one, it's skirted. You cannot see the flange bolts when you're trying to set this thing in place. And I made the mistake of putting it on with the tank on, and it was just super freaking heavy. It was kind of frustrating. Took me probably about a minute, and I was finally able to get it lined up. And also the holes for these bolts are so far back, this plastic nut, which normally you don't have a plastic nut like this, but I like them. But even with the nut and washer, it would be so close to the back of that porcelain. I just hate this thing, the way it's designed. And it actually came, if this is the right bag, I believe it is, it came with the two porcelain caps. They're actually not plastic, they're porcelain, as you can see. Looks like they were siliconed in place. I don't know if at one point it came with Velcro and that's how they were attached, but whoever put this on just put a bunch of silicone or caulking around it. But you can see these kind of just go, I can actually hold it in place. These kind of just sit in here like that, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of skirted toilets at all. And this one's also a pretty heavy fixture, but other than that, I guess it's okay looking. Another thing that's weird too is obviously because of this bulge, you can't, there's no way of tightening or loosening bolts in the back of it. You can see there's just kind of a big bump out there and there, and obviously nothing in there is glazed because it doesn't really need to be. But yeah, let me see if I can show you all the date. It is upside down in the tank, so I do apologize, but it's very kind of hard to read, but you can kind of see that's the date right there. It's August. I'm not sure of like the day, but the month is August, and then it says 2008. Again, it is upside down, so I apologize if it's kind of hard to read. But even with a slightly overfilled tank, this toilet doesn't really even have that great of a flush. It's okay, but even like I said with the overfilled tank, it's still kind of short. The bowl rinse is okay, but I don't really know how this thing would do performance-wise because I've never seen one of these until I got one. And I couldn't really, there's not very many videos of them online, but here is a flush. Okay, I know that was bad, but that was not a good flush. The flapper did not open all the way, which is my fault. I didn't push it hard enough. There's really not much slack on this chain though. I guess it's just this handle that doesn't like to lift up very much, but I do need to fill the bowl back up with water. The only reason I have the refill tube on the outside of the overflow tube is because this thing refills itself after a flush, but here's an actual flush. So I don't know if with the original flapper, if it uses a little more water than that, but as y'all can tell, that flush isn't very great. I do have the tank lid, but I accidentally left it at my cousin's house back in Austin. So next time I'm down there, I'll have to grab the tank lid for it. But and there's some weird like rust or brown splatters in the back. I don't know what that was from, but I found it like that. So the tank is just about full. And here is another flush. What's kind of sad is this thing actually has better bowl rinse than this Kohler Cimarron. Again, I'm not going to judge that one too harshly yet, just because I don't know if the bowl rinse is bad because of minerals. But and these have giant spuds too. I mean, most toilets you can't just fit your hand down into the spud. But another reason I believe these have bad bowl rinse is because all that water is rushing straight down into the siphon jet, and whatever leftover water there is kind of rises back up and goes into the rim. So I think that's why the flush isn't that good on those. But here is another flush. I will probably end up doing performance tests on these because, as I said, no one's had one of these in their collection, and there's like one video that I could find of these on YouTube. but I also didn't search up the name of this. I just searched up jacuzzi skirted toilet and then scrolled through and finally found it. But I guess these were maybe sold at Lowe's or something. I'm not too sure. But they're also made in China, which I'm honestly really not that surprised about. But here is another flush. I feel like if I were to overfill the tank a lot and then flush it, it might have a much better flush. So I'll be back with a completely overfilled tank and we will see how it flushes. Okay, I've overfilled the tank. I didn't overfill it a whole lot. I just filled it right to the handle. That way it doesn't start leaking down the side and spilling everywhere. But you can see there's a good 3 or 4 inches more water in here than it's supposed to have. So I'm gonna kind of hold down the handle for this. That way the flapper doesn't close early, but I'm not gonna drain the entire tank. But let's see if this improves the flush. Now that was a lot better. If it were to flush like that, then I think this would be a really good toilet. But as y'all can see, when I flush it here again, with it set to the water level that it is now, I mean, the flush is not very good. Overall, this is probably not a toilet I'd ever want in my house. I'm not gonna judge it too harshly yet just because I haven't tested it, but I just don't think it really looks that good. Again, this thing's way over designed. It's really bulky, very heavy, and such a pain to install. So just for those reasons, I'm not a big fan of it, but this is like one of the only jacuzzi toilets I have, so I'll probably keep it. But now I'll do more of a close-up flush. So yeah, really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, leave y'all's comments down below, and as always, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.